Hey, thanks for calling the Beards and Sundries Market. You've reached Jay. Leave a message after the tone.
Hi guys, it's Shanae. I just wanted to call and say hi. I keep saying I'm going to call and leave more messages, and then I don't because I have 20 kids and 2 jobs and a really busy schedule. Anyway, I just want to say I love you guys, and I'm ready for this Wisconsin throwdown. So whenever What's Her Tits or whoever her name is was ready, let's do it. Love you guys. Bye.
And welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
that hi was so strained.
Hello.
Yeah, it was.
Welcome
great.
back to Season 3, Episode 24 of Beards and Sundries.
Ooh, 24.
Since Jay's a whore. That's right, guys. It's time for
you.
another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where 3 gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry item in each episode.
My name is Jay, and is my microphone in the way? I'm sorry. My name is Jay, and Home Alone 2 lied. The Rockefeller tree is so fucking full of people, you can't stand there and beg for your family to come back by yourself. Trash.
That's okay. Your family was never coming back anyways.
Excuse me.
And I'm Jay. And guess who got Karmic retribution this week?
You're welcome. I did that
was
just
your
for
intro?
you.
No. But also, I'm Anthony, and I hope you smash my holiday ham.
It looks like it's already been ran over.
You get the cherry. I'm just kidding. There hasn't been a cherry there in years.
And it's still covered in pineapple juice.
And I'm Joe, and it looks like Karma paid Jay a visit this week for making fun of Anthony's sickness last week.
Hello.
But today's sundry is an extended game of Smash or Pass. Holiday Edition. So Beardo's festive month is flying by quick, so we're going to slow things down a little bit today with some fun discussion on some holiday things that we enjoy or don't enjoy. Later on, we've got some fun Beardo-submitted sundries, Jay has an educational something to check out, and Anthony has yet another homebrewed game for us this week. But before we get too far into it, how about this week's voicemail?
What's her tits?
What's her tits?
I'm going to hear about that one for sure from What's Her
I'm
Tits, Beardo
so
Catherine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beardo, what's her tits?
Yeah, season 4 is going to be the Battle of Dairyland.
We really, okay, we've got to plan this. And it needs to be the epic throwdown, and the loser has to don the title of What's Her Tits.
Oh, I like that.
The winner gets Wisconsin Beardo, loser, What's Her Tits.
And I feel like we could send them an award that they have to wear or something, and send a picture of them wearing it, and it says, "What's her tits?"
It's the shirt from Mean Girls that Regina George wears that has like the baloney cutouts.
Oh my god, yes. I love it.
Can I find some sundries to smash in aisle 4, Joe?
You can pass right by aisle 4, but you can come on back and smash in aisle 4 because if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, today it's used mainly in retail to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as 3 very smashing gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Smashing.
Nigel Thornberry.
Nigel Thornberry. I was an adult when I realized that was Tim Curry.
Same. That was wild to me. Wild Thornberry's wild.
Well, unrelated to Smash or Pass, and before we get started, Jay just got back from a New York trip. which is probably where he got sick.
Well, we also purposefully didn't ask you about it through our text message thread because we wanted to hear about it with the beardos, Jay. So how
Yeah.
was the trip?
On purpose.
Did you arrive at the airport right before boarding and get a smoothie like a fucking psychopath?
We definitely got to the airport like 25 minutes until we boarded.
What the
You
fuck
are
is your
fucking
problem?
crazy.
And, walked right up to our gate and they started boarding and I think we waited 5 minutes still and it was fantastic. Now, on the way back from New York, it was raining that Sunday. I also did not know what to expect of LaGuardia or their traffic. So I think we boarded at 4:30 and we left our hotel where we picked up our luggage at maybe 2.
Okay.
Because I was like, well, it's going to be 30 minutes to get there, and we're going to Uber instead of take the subway and all, because we didn't want to run outside in the rain.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that was gross. And so we took an Uber, which
never done that
only took 20 minutes to get there. And so then we just, walked in. TSA was super quick. I had to throw away a bottle of water, a nice steel bottle, because I forgot I left liquid in it.
They wouldn't let you just
They
pour
didn't
it
really
out?
just dump it out?
I had to go back through the line again, and I was just like, you know what? I forgot I owned these, and I just do not want to do that. So, goodbye, cup.
Damn.
That's so weird. They usually have a bin right there by the front of the line.
We were on our way back from Minneapolis, and I forgot I had a bottle of water in my backpack, and it was just a plastic bottle, so not a big deal. But the guy asked me to, toss it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I, got it out, and I tried to hand it to him, and I was like, can you throw it away for me? And he was like, no, but you can at the trash can, right there. And I was like, oh, I am stupid. Thank
She
you.
didn't give me the option to drink it. I wonder if I could have just drank it.
Well, I did want to ask you about LaGuardia, because I heard that they just got remodeled. Was it nice? Because LaGuardia used to be kind of gross.
It actually was pretty nice. We walked in, since we were so early, we walked by a bar on the way to our gate. And it was kind of neat. It was this very, long continuous S-curving bar. And you basically just walk up, scan a barcode, and then order everything on your phone, and they bring it to you.
That's
cool.
And it's amazing. So, I wasn't starving because we'd had pizza for lunch, and it was, 3. So I think I got, fries and deviled eggs, and then I ordered a bunch of mimosas, and they just kept coming.
Deviled eggs.
And then we finally walked to our gate and took off, and God, that's a long flight coming back when you're tired and grouchy.
Well, especially after the turnaround. You were there, for what, 2 days?
We definitely flew in Friday morning, and we're coming back Sunday evening. So we got a good amount of time, but it flew by because literally the moment we landed, it was just a constant run. Worth it.
Damn,
Loved it.
I bet.
I loved almost every second of it.
How was the pizza?
Pizza was super fantastic. It was right around the corner from our hotel, and it was really good.
Did you get authentic pizza at Sparrow?
No. Sorry. Although I realized Frank kind of told me whenever we were on the plane, he's like, do you know that we ate all Italian this whole trip? And I was like,
I mean,
it's kind of the place for it. I mean,
yeah, for the most part,
really
we
is.
really did. The only thing that wasn't really Italian was Friday, kind of a late lunch, we just stopped and got a salad and a pastry from a deli while we were just roaming.
Ooh, I think that's the one thing that I really want to make sure I did.
Yeah.
Is hit a Jewish deli while I was up there. Ooh.
Yes. Saturday morning, we hit an authentic bagels shop. And then the rest was we went down to Little Italy and had Italian food there. At the dinner before our show, I had this black truffle ricotta stuffed ravioli, and it was fantastic.
Oh, bitch, that sounds so good.
Oh my God, it was
you love
so
your truffle
good.
stuff, don't you?
Oh my God, I do. I don't know
truffles
why.
as well.
Did
It's
you do
so
the truffle
good.
shuffle?
I always do the truffle shuffle, especially when I'm walking that many steps a day. I checked my health app Sunday, and Saturday I ended up walking, I think, 27,000 steps.
Damn.
Yeah, we
That's
were
a lot.
running.
Well, that's like a solid, 13 miles?
It sounds right, because it was just like shoom, 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 shoom everywhere. And I feel like a subway expert now, because I rode it so much this weekend.
The subway train is the only thing Jay is riding because that's exit only, beardos. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, you got a little cough this week, Jay? A little cough?
I do. My friends that we'd actually ran into there that ironically had a trip the same weekend, they're both home with RSV right now, so I have a feeling that's what I got.
Yikes.
I mean, I'm so sad you're sick.
Yeah, thank you. You're so sweet. But I will say, Hell's Kitchen, we hit a lot of gay bars Friday and Saturday night. It was a lot of fun. But I did see John, one of our OG listeners.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did run into John, huh?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about John next.
This was funny. So what was, okay. We went down, we took the subway all the way down to the Greenwich area, which is where Stonewall is. Then we took the subway all the way back to Midtown to the Starbucks so I could meet John. So we had conversation with John and had coffee. It was nice to meet him in person. We ironically sat next to a guy that was editing his podcast. Excuse me.
Wow.
And we got in conversation about podcasts and started sharing our stuff with each other. And then we went back to our conversation. Then John went back to work. We hopped on the subway and met down in Little Italy for dinner, where we went to this cute little district that had a walking street, and it was, you just walked and shopped, and then there was all these Italian restaurants along it, and it was authentic Italian.
Like Jimmy Pesto's?
Italian?
Yes, exactly, Jimmy Pesto's.
Yeah, with the pizza balls.
Yes.
Nice.
Then after that, rode the subway again up to the bars. Ooh, we saw Sweeney Todd that had Josh Groban in it.
Oh, wow.
It was really good.
I bet. He's amazing.
Yeah, he did fantastic. The lady who played Mrs. Lovett she owned the show. It was so fantastic.
Now, I want to circle back to something you said a minute ago. You called it Greenwich Village?
Is that what it is? Did I say it wrong?
No, you
No,
did say it wrong.
You did say it really wrong. It's Greenwich Village.
Well, Google says Greenwich.
Yes, that's how it's spelled.
Oh,
Nobody
so
says it like
it doesn't sound like it's spelled. My bad. Sorry, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a New Yorker.
I'm not a New Yorker, but so New Yorkers, get at us. John Riley.
Please trash me. It's fine. I was a tourist and I messed things up. Which reminds me, we had Caesar and Italian bread at a little Italian restaurant on Saturday for lunch. And they set us next to this table that had the most Brooklyn woman ever. And I loved it. She was sitting there and she's talking a story about how they're having problems getting this up the freight elevator. And she's just bitching up a storm. And she's eating her food and there's food all over her mouth and she's just chomping really loud. And I was like, I love this. I love this so much.
Was it Marissa Tomei and My Cousin Vinny talking about the Pontiac Tempest?
It was, except she was probably twice her age.
Well, it sounds like you had a wonderful time, Jay. That was great to hear about. Thank you.
It was really a good trip, but I'm glad I finally got it off my list, and I guess I'm glad that I got a couple sick days coming back for it, so I could be lazy. I don't know. I just Tuesday,
Yeah.
I'm at work, and I'm just my sinuses are congested, and then 3 hours in, I'm now I have a headache. I'm going home. Goodbye. And then I didn't go to work Wednesday, and so Thursday I should be back.
Well, it was so surprising to me to hear that you'd never been to New York City because you're so into entertainment and glitz and glamour that I just thought you would have been a few times by now. So it was crazy to me that it was your first time.
I'm not really a huge busy, crowded place person, and so New York always kind of made me anxious at that idea. And then to top it off,
yeah, that makes sense.
We got there Friday, and riding the free bus from LaGuardia to an actual subway stop, and then hopping on the subway to get to the hotel, and then we immediately started walking around. And as crowded as it is this time of year at Christmas, I went into this deep stress level. I had so much anxiety. And like we get back to the hotel to start getting ready for the show, and I just kind of like put in my headphones on noise canceling, and I'm like staring out the window and finally I calm myself down, and the rest of the trip was great, but I definitely was super overstimulated for a bit there.
That's one thing about New York City that I could never do is the crowds. Like living there, absolutely not.
I have to psych myself up for like house parties.
Yeah, exactly.
We turned into like local New Yorkers where we just stuck in our headphones and we would power walk through everyone. There's no manners. You don't stop and be polite. You just go. And then once you did that, it kind of went really smoothly. Nobody bothered you. Nobody heckled you to sell anything. It was fantastic.
Well, Jay, I'm glad you had fun. I'm sorry you're sick, but I'm glad you had a lot of fun. It looked like it was a lot of fun.
It was. Thank you.
Why don't we shift gears a little bit and get into this week's topic? Let's do some Smash or Pass. You guys want to get into it? I think, what did you say, Anthony? We did 5 apiece, and we're going to go in a circle?
I mean, I put 5 down there, just whatever. I wrote down 10 just in case because, you got to really pull Jay's weight this week.
Sorry, I'm lazy.
And there's a lot of it. There's so
much weight. Well, I gained so much on New York when I should have lost after all that walking.
You ate Italian, authentic Italian each time. I can't imagine how much pasta you had.
It was enough.
I love pasta though.
Oh god, it was so good.
Well, why don't we hand things off to Jay to start us off? We'll go in intro order. Jay, what's your first Smash or Pass for the holiday edition?
Ooh, I already know your answers, but holiday themed movies.
Pass. Wait, holiday in general, just like Christmas themed movies?
Well, I put holiday theme because I know
Christmas.
I know not well, yeah, Christmas, but I put holiday that way. If you have another religion besides Christianity that you like, I actually kind of like what they did with this movie.
That makes sense. Okay.
Or like I know that I like Christmas movies that you guys don't like, but if there's one that you like, I didn't want to be like, you have to either like Home Alone or not like Home Alone. So I wanted to give it open where any of the movies, and then maybe you could kind of go upon what you like. Which one?
So I'm going to go ahead and say Smash with the world's biggest asterisk because
it's
there
Die
are
Hard. No, I'm kidding.
Holiday classics that I like. Die Hard's one of them.
Oh, okay.
Die Hard, Home Alone, The Holiday. I haven't seen it yet, but I think I'm going to like Christmas with the Cranks. So I'm going to put that one on there for now. But there's also there's a lot more of them, though, that I would pass. Like anything that Hallmark puts out, basically.
Oh my god, pass.
Because they're just crap.
I should have made that its own section.
They're so memeable and like parody at this point that they can just crank them out 12 at a time every day. So I'll say Smash with just my little pile of movies.
Your little niche of movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the same place. Like it's a Smash asterisk because there's a very small amount of them that I really enjoy. Like Black Christmas, obviously, great.
Yeah.
I like White Christmas, so I love how racist that sounds when it's nothing related to that.
It's a horror movie.
I know, but I'm just like,
God. And then I also like Krampus. And I like any of those little, like, and it's not necessarily just horror movies that I like. I do think Home Alone is a classic, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there are others. So, all the rest.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like the classics more for nostalgic reasons. The Home Alones, the Christmas Story, the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, Christmas with the Cranks grew on me recently. But Hallmark, absolutely fucking not.
Well, obviously not. It's funny that you bring up Christmas Vacation, National Lampoons, because I had it as one of my extras.
Which, if we're going with that one, it's a hardcore smash for me.
Pass.
Take it or leave it.
Pass for me. I've learned some bad things about Chevy Chase that really ruins anything Chevy Chase for me.
I get it. I get it for sure. You mean that Chevy's a dick?
Yep, that's exactly what I've heard. I'll go next. So how about holiday ham, fellas? Smash or pass?
I mean, I'm always hungry, so I'll smash it.
I love ham, so I'll smash for sure.
Same.
Honestly,
love a ham.
A good ham is better than turkey. I'll go ahead and say that on the record.
I also agree. It always depends on preparation, but like ham is just, it's so good and it's so salty and so tasty and so versatile.
And you can make so many good dishes with leftovers.
Yes.
And then I also like to make a ham, potato, and broccoli and cheese soup.
Oh, bitch, that sounds so good.
It's loaded down,
it
but
does.
it's so good.
Oh yeah, it's all salt.
Yeah. It's why I have heart issues.
I was gonna say your cardiologist probably doesn't like it. Hi, Jay's cardiologist.
All my soups are the only reason that I'm like dying. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Joe, what's your first smash or pass?
So for my first Smasher Pass Holiday Edition, I chose those holiday bubble lights. The little lights that clip onto your branches, and they have a little heating element in the bottom.
Oh,
and they heat
yeah,
up
it's just a
liquid,
hot bulb.
And they make bubbles start. Yeah, a hot bulb. That's right.
Yeah.
Smash, 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 smash.
Absolutely smash.
I
They're
will
so
smash
pretty.
them for the aesthetic, but I don't have any.
We have
Now,
some.
we smash them, but we have to be very careful to not smash them because they are made
yeah.
out of glass, and the liquid inside is very dangerous. Actually,
What is-
they're very controversial.
What is the liquid inside?
So the fluid inside those bubble lights most frequently is methylene chloride. So it says here that methylene chloride can cause serious poisoning if it is inhaled, swallowed, or spilled on the skin. In the body, methylene chloride is converted to carbon monoxide. And that comes from the National Poison Control website.
Carbon monoxide, famously good for you.
Just like butter.
But yeah, we have a couple of strands that we put on our tree every year, and they're very pretty, and we
have
are
4
very careful with
strands.
them.
4 strands that we
How
put
long
on
do you
there.
run your tree?
Beardos. I love these things. We haven't even put it up this year because I got sick whenever I was going
Oh,
to put
I
it
was
up.
like, aren't you
And
supposed to only
so-
run them for a specific amount of hours?
I will probably put it up on Sunday because I've just been sick, and normally I take care of that stuff.
Well, also, while our tree is artificial, there are holiday things, mainly the Christmas tree, that are very problematic for causing fire hazards. So, with any Christmas tree, artificial or real, you never ever want to leave it plugged in overnight while you sleep or when you're not at home. Treat your Christmas tree like a candle. You would never leave it unattended, and you would never take your eye off it, basically. We
So you have,
basically
like-
plug ours in when we get home, and then we let it run all evening, and then we unplug it before we go to bed.
We actually have a remote. So I have a plug-in like switch basically that sits on that outlet all year round because it doesn't get used whenever it's not Christmas. And so we plug everything into that, and then we've got a remote. We can click it when we get home and when we want to turn the tree on, and we can click it when we want to turn it off.
Yeah, it's really easy.
And that cuts the power to the tree entirely.
I use Alexa. I have plugs for all my Christmas decor.
Alexa. I go, hey Alexa, order more cold medicine because I'm a little bitch.
Pretty much.
So hard smash for me. Love those things.
Smash.
Well, Jay, what's your second one?
Do you guys like peppermint candy? Or like peppermint chocolate specifically?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Smash.
Oh, I'm kind of glad you brought this up because for me, it's a pass.
It's so
Smash
funny
really
how
good.
people are like, I don't like it. And I'm like, how? Like, I love it.
I know.
It's plain candy canes for me are the biggest offender. I'm just not a fan. I don't like the mints you get from Sonic. They're peppermints. It's
But
just
like mint chocolate
like-
specifically?
Andy's mints?
the only one I like
Andy's
Andy's mints. I also
Okay.
like the same
York
ones, the
peppermint
free ones you get at
patties?
Olive Garden. I like York
Thin
peppermint
mints?
patties. That's about it. Thin
Thin
mints,
mints?
yes.
Actually, I think thin mints are too dry for me.
What about junior mints?
Yeah, I like Junior Mints a lot. So
Yeah.
I just don't like. I guess I just don't like the plain peppermint stuff.
Yeah, you may
Oh.
not like
But
peppermint
what about-
Is that?
specifically.
Yeah,
But what about
maybe
mint
I
chocolate
do like
chip
it with
ice cream?
chocolate. I don't like that. It's like eating toothpaste.
Oh, see, it's not to me. It tastes so different.
My
to
parents
me.
love it. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, do you still love mint chocolate chip ice cream?
So when I played World of Warcraft, I had this internet friend, whose name shall not be named, but like we were super communicative and like we talked to each other off of the game and like just we got to be good friends. And she convinced me one night to like, because she was a lesbian, and she was like, you have to, after you have sex, you have to have mint chocolate chip ice cream. So I went through a phase of my life where every time right after I had sex, I had mint chip ice cream, and oh my God. Ugh. Fuck.
Really?
Yeah, so good. Yep.
Something to check out.
It was just,
post-sex mint chocolate chip ice cream.
do it, Beardos. It's fucking dope.
That's this week's impulse buy. Something
Will
to
you
check
guys
out.
will you guys also give us feedback when you try it and let us know what it's like?
Oh,
for
please
you?
do. Yeah, I'd like to know because it's been a while for me, so maybe I gotta hit up Brahms and get some mint chip.
And for you listeners that aren't from this area, Brahms is a kind of local chain within 400 miles of their farm. And so it's like a local fast food
Distribution
restaurant.
center.
Yes,
And it's really fucking good.
it is. Great
So that's another
burgers,
something to check out.
a little grocery store with cheaper milk than anywhere else.
And it has withstood the test of inflation as well.
Yes.
And they have a bunch of flavors of ice cream. And if you get one of their burger combos or like fast food combos, you can actually get a shake as your drink for no extra charge.
Primo.
It's really good.
I haven't had Brahms in a while. Oh, and they have crinkle fries.
bitch.
La, 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 la.
We had
Their
it
crinkle
Friday
fries are
because
good.
Joe texted me and he was like, "Do you want this or Brahms for dinner?" I was like, "Fucking Brahms! I've been sick and I want something delicious."
I'm literally texting Frank right now. I want Brahms this weekend.
Well, Jay, my next one is pretty similar to yours in a way, but it is ribbon candy.
You know, it's been ages since I've had that.
I know.
I used to love it when I was
Some of
younger.
our listeners are going to be like, "What the fuck is that?"
I'll say smash because it's not just mint flavors, right? Aren't there like fruit flavors, all kinds
Oh,
of
yeah.
other
Fruit
flavors.
flavors and
So
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's very fun to like look at and kind of break apart little pieces off of it. So I'll definitely say smash on that one.
I do.
Yeah, for real.
I'll say smash, but I also don't do it too often because you have to break it really to eat it. And so it can be a tad messy, I guess.
I get that. It's an aesthetic thing, and you don't get that type of candy aesthetic any other time of
True.
the year.
True.
That's true.
Yeah,
And I
it's
love how it
fun
looks.
because like it's a little bit like kind of like having Jelly Bellies, I guess, in a way, because you never really know what flavor it's going to be until you try it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't guess the flavor regarding the design of it. Unless it's red and white, then
Yeah.
you're like, I think this is peppermint, and it usually is.
Yeah, and you can smell peppermint.
Yeah.
Generally, you can smell peppermint. So
Unless
I'm a
you
Smash as
have
well.
sinus congestion, then you can't.
Well, that's your problem.
I just finally started tasting hot tea after 2 days of not being able to taste it. I thought I had COVID for a hot minute.
Oh, girl, we're always sipping the hot tea here in the break.
Girl.
I will say this is my first day that I've been able to like get through the day without taking Dayquil in the past week and a half. So
Next card, honey, next card. And it's the wrong words on the card. I don't know the song. Woo!
hey, the next card is your card, Joe. So what do you got next?
So up next for me, I am going to put this out there, and I think you guys will agree with me, and I'm going to say fruitcake, and I'm going to pass hardcore.
Ooh.
Pass.
I gotta pass. And I've tried it multiple times over the year because I know that like my taste buds change. And so I'm like, I'm gonna try it and see if it's gotten better. And it's just never good. But maybe I need to try a homemade one because they're always packaged ones.
Maybe.
I
And the
think that's
packaged ones are always
probably it.
dry as hell.
It's not just that; it's that they're so dense.
So
And
dense.
that
Yeah,
is
they are
a
dense.
big turnoff for me when it comes to cake.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I mean food cake. Cake.
Side
Oh,
note.
it's dense.
At dinner on Friday night in New York, I was like getting a dessert and I'm like, would you prefer the limoncello tart or something like that? Or the New York cheesecake? And he's like, cheesecake all the way. And I was like, really? I don't usually hear that. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's not prepackaged here. It's like legit real New York cheesecake.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes. And I was like, sorry, my brain has not focused on that fact yet. And the fluffiest fucking cheesecake I've had in a long time.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, and it had strawberries and chocolate drizzle on it. And it just like melted in your mouth.
You should really try this place. This little, there's a little sort of like, what?
Are you going to say Cheesecake Factory?
I'm going to say Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, but they have such good cheesecake. I hate it. I don't like it. It's a chain and they have good cheesecake and just fuck them.
They do. Well, at least they have it. At least they make good cheesecake for being called the Cheesecake Factory. At least
that's the
there's that.
name, so they better at least do that right.
All right, Jay, how about number 3 for you?
So I actually want to expand off yours a little bit because sometimes they come in these, but those gift baskets that can be sent at holiday time.
Oh, yeah.
Where, you know, sometimes you'll get one with pears. Sometimes you're getting one with all this random bullshit in it. I have to pass because in my old team, we were sent that stuff so much and you would get it. You'd be so excited because it looks like there's going to be so much good stuff in it, but it all tastes like they went to the dollar store and it was just like this wrap. But once in a blue moon, they would send like cookies from a local place and awesome, but it's not the same thing.
I think as a general rule, I'm going to pass. And the reason is kind of the same. Like, it's just such a crapshoot as to what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And then even thinking about like a meat and cheese basket, I just think of like the amount of preservatives that are required to make meat and cheese shelf stable.
Yeah.
And no. Mm-mm.
That's why Hickory Farms freaks me out to this day.
So pass for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be controversial here, and I'm going to say Smash because I was at Costco a couple days ago, and I walked past their freezer section, and they had a big display of all these different gift baskets, and they ranged in price from like $12.99 all the way up to like $100, and like just what they had in them. And there was one that had like hummus and olives and like different pita breads. There was one that had like one actually had ribbon candy in it and like some other different holiday candies and like some fun festive chips. One of them had like fig jam and some other preserves. So there was a lot of variety and there were a lot of different price points. So that was the only reason that I kind of thought that they were interesting. Because before I saw those, I would have been on Team Pass as well. But when I saw all the different options that they have this year for them, I think it would be easy to pick out a gift basket that would like satisfy whatever you're looking for or like the price point that you're looking for too.
So are those Costco like made baskets? Did the Costco design them themselves or are they another company?
I looked at them and I didn't see any Kirkland Signature products, which is their home brand. I think they were all like different companies that had put them together. So I don't think that they were Costco products.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still going to pass. As a rule of thumb, pass.
With the potential that if you bring me one from Costco, the $100 one, I may like it.
Well, hold your breath.
Don't worry, my sinuses are doing that for me.
Yeah, how's your CPAP going to work this evening?
I don't understand it. It works just fine whenever I'm congested.
Well, do yourself a favor, Beardos, and go check out the gift baskets at Costco if you haven't yet. But, so let's move on. Anthony, what's your third one?
So I've got this list still. So my third one is going to be eggnog.
Smash. 1000%.
I am hit or
Non-alcoholic, alcoholic, extra nutmeg. I don't care. I love eggnog.
Love eggnog.
I am going to smash because I don't hate it, and I'm more willing to drink it than turn it away. But I don't really go crazy for just like drinking it by itself, but I can. But Brahms, again, has eggnog ice cream at this time of year. And if you get like an eggnog malt, it's fantastic.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So fantastic. I can't even begin to tell you how much I crave it this time of year.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
So eggnog is a smash for all three of us, right?
I'm going to say smash, especially in my eggnog malt. I mean, that's one reason I wanted to go this weekend. That and burgers.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, well then I'll go ahead with my third one, and I'm going to go ahead and put out those icicle lights. So, like the lights that you put up along like your eaves or whatever, and they look like icicles hanging down. I don't know why, but ever since their inception back in, I want to say like the early 2000s, I've just never liked them. I just think they look, I don't know, not tacky per se. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? They just, not lazy, because you have to hang them up still, but I'm not a fan of how they look, I guess. I just don't like them very much.
Is it a little too contrived for you?
I don't know. Maybe.
You know, if the icicle lights weren't so perfectly even, I would actually probably like it more. But they always are just the exact same height hanging there, and I'm like, okay.
I also think another reason why I don't like them as much as other lights is because I like multicolored lights more than I like plain, like, white lights. So I like the look of, like, not the C9s, but the modern equivalent of them. I like the way those look a lot better, strung, like, neatly along someone's roof line than the icicle lights. I don't like the way they look.
So were you talking about the ones that look like they have plastic icicle on the outside of them?
No. And there's actually a house a couple streets over that I saw walking the dogs today that has those. And those look better to me because I don't know, maybe it's because they look like icicles and they actually do the little effect of dripping. I'm talking about the ones that look like strings hanging down.
So I think the original intention of those lights was that you would hang them up by your eaves, and winter would come, and the water would turn those into icicles on the outside.
Really?
So that you would have lights inside of icicles, because the ice can form around the lights itself. So it gives it a place for the ice to form.
Boy, they have a lot of faith in those staying hung up.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't
Seriously.
happen here because, like...
Which is weird because we get a lot of ice storms, but it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, but never during December. We get them during, like, February.
That's true.
I will still pass on those icicle lights, though, because, like, I don't know. There's just not a lot of appeal there.
Yeah, it does sound pretty to have icicles form around them, but it also sounds dangerous. So I'm just going to keep.
It just
my
seems
vote of
like
pass.
I don't know, and I could be wrong about that. I don't know. We don't have a fact checker here that isn't me, and I'm not doing that today. So
I'll pass because I'm bored with them, but I do want to compliment the random guy around the corner in my neighborhood that I have no clue who he is. But every year he does blue and white lights on his roof, and he has the more modern icicles that trickle down like that. And it looks, his house always looks really great. And I'm always like, I like how your house looks. But whenever other people do it, I'm like, no, fuck you.
Well, Beardos, I know that was only 3 apiece, but we're running a little bit long, so I think we're going to cap it at 3 apiece, and we want to hear what you think. Send us your opinions on what we've covered today. Would you smash or pass those things?
beardsandsundries@gmail.com, or call our hotline at 405-999-2242.
Or just message me on the social media apps. And I also try and keep track of that.
And bonus, if you have ideas for the Wisconsin throwdown that you'd like to share with us, go ahead and let us know what you think of that too.
Yeah. Let us know who you think Who's Her Tits is.
Yeah, we wanna crown the What's Her Tits.
What's Her Tits? Anyways, do you guys think it is time for a commercial?
I do.
I think it is indeed time for a commercial.
And now, for a word from our sponsor, Smash or Pass, Holiday Relatives Edition.
Oh my god, I can't believe we agreed to host Christmas dinner again.
I know. Racist Uncle Donald will be there.
I wish there was a way we could just play a game of Smash or Pass and get rid of the annoying family members.
Well, now you can. That's right. We know the holiday season can be hectic enough without that dread of listening to your racist or small-minded relatives. So, here at Smash or Pass, we bring the game live to your house. For just a small base fee of $10,000, we bring a team of Smash or Pass members that as the day goes on, if you scream, "Pass!" above the crowd, one of our members will take out that family member. Squid Game style. It's easy, like this. Uncle Joe, what do you think of gay rights?
Well, now, I think gays are just as bad as. Oh my god, pass.
See? As simple as that. Have too many people for dinner? Try finding your annoying cousin. Pass!
Mom, will I get passed if I'm annoying?
Oh, honey, of course. But only if it's on a holiday that we hired.
Smash or pass. That's right. Smash or pass is always available during any holiday, even National Mac and Cheese Day. We don't commit hate crimes, so remember, you're very limited on who we can pass. Happy holidays!
Hey guys, make sure you follow and subscribe to our podcast so you can receive a notification every Sunday when a new episode drops.
Well, guys, I know whenever it's the holiday season, it's really tough to, deal with family and relatives, and it's just nice to know that I can hire Smash or Pass Holiday Relatives Edition to come out and either smash my relatives into the dirt or pass them right back onto the road whenever I don't want them around.
I really appreciate their website too. How you can hire them, say the specific date and time, and then you can list off all of the ways that you're fine with them offing relatives.
So if you'd like to take aim or really shoot your shot, you can really blow away your relatives this holiday season with the Holiday Relatives Smash or Pass.
Death jokes.
Anyways.
Yes.
Jay, do we have any beardos submitted sundries with your sick voice?
Guys, we do. We have a lot this week, so bear with me.
Excellent.
And then also, if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Between traveling and being sick, I might have missed writing something down, so just message me and I'll put it on next week's. So first off, we heard from our Vegas listener, Jorge.
Hey.
And he's also following up on older episodes, and he asked if we had is it a Capriotis? Is that how it's pronounced?
Capriotis. And yes, we do.
Which he found Tulsa, out in listening that you guys have one up there by Tulsa.
Yeah.
We do. It's newer. We just got it a
Broken Arrow.
A year or so ago.
Probably 2 years ago, maybe 3.
I forgot. I didn't know we had one in Oklahoma City, but it's not there anymore. It closed already.
Oh.
I like Capriotti's a lot. They make their own Italian sausage in-house, and it's really tasty.
They make their own meatballs, too.
Mm-hmm. He talked about the Bobby, which is the Thanksgiving in a bun.
Yep. They have that. I've never ordered it. They keep it year-round, though.
I'd recommend it. Go give it a try one day when you're just like, let's fucking do it. I want Thanksgiving in July.
I don't know. It's such a weird, blend of flavors. I still am
such a weird fucking blend of flavors.
Sandwich.
Moving on.
That's what you sound like, except sick.
Asshole. Next, Jorge goes on to say, question for you guys. Together or separately, what was your first bear event? Bar thing, bear run, etc.? I would have to say going to a bear bar when I was in my mid-20s would have been my
basically
only time.
Yeah.
That's gonna have to be it, because I've never been to an event before until next year. We're going to TBRU.
Yeah.
Yes, this next coming March we are going to TBRU. Anthony and I are, so it'll be our first big bear event.
I guess then my first bear experience would be going to the Tulsa Eagle.
Yeah.
I would have to say that was mine. You guys brought me once, and I was like, we're at a bear bar. Yeah. And I was like, this is new.
Oh my god. There's a photo from that outing, I think, and Jay, you had baby face back then.
I had baby face back then.
We all did.
Twinkie baby face.
You know what's really nice, though, about, getting older is that, even though I technically weigh as much as I did then, my face is slimmed down.
Yeah, mine all moved to my waist. Lastly, he asked, also another fun one, when did you know you liked bears?
Oh, girl, high school.
I don't know. I feel like that was a 20s thing for me. I suddenly one day was like, oh, I really, really like hairy, thick men. Interesting.
I've always done bears and guy next door type vibes. And It's funny because the first guy I started dating in like a long-term relationship, the first time I introduced him to my friends, they're like, oh my gosh, he looks like a unnamed person from our class in high school. And I was like, oh no. I always had a crush on them, but they were super straight.
Well, it's funny dating my boyfriend now because he's not a bear at all, but that's okay. I love it.
Are you kidding me? Frank is an honorary bear. Frank can be whatever he wants.
That's kind of it. Frank
Detective
is
Fierce can be anything.
he can be anything, and I'm just like, I support it. I love this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Frank transcends labels.
And he does. And I think that's actually what I like so much about him. Next, we heard from
George and Anthony.
And they said, I had no idea it was time for your annual review. Happy late birthday from the both of us. Thank you guys very much. That was sweet.
Aww.
In answer to your question, yes, we have been to an HEB. It's the prominent grocery store here in San Antonio. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has Aldi and Kroger, but here it's HEB. Walmart, Target, or Kroger delivery only. HEB is definitely a Texas staple. There's even a Mercado. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes.
Where you can get a lot of foods only sold in Mexico. There's a bougie location that has all the rich people fancy food. And there's plus locations that have a bigger variety of items, and the one close to us even has a little boutique inside. The topic of this week's episode was great. We never really used any of the apps. We used websites and a few chat rooms, but the apps came out after we got together. I agree that things for some reason felt safer? ? Back then, I kind of chalked it up to not everyone had the internet like now, so if they had the internet, they had a computer and probably had a job and could pay for said computer and internet. So they at least were totally not crazy.
That's fair.
Now, anyone and everyone has access to the internet and can pretend to be whatever they want. Anyway, great show as always. We both look forward to every Sunday, or Monday, ha ha ha, so we can listen to our guys. Talk to you later. Big hugs, George and Anthony.
Well, thanks, boys.
So Tulsa has a pretty decent Hispanic population, and we have Supermercado Morelos here in the Tulsa area, and that's where you can get authentic Mexican or Hispanic foods.
Yum. And next we heard from
Derek with the good beard.
So we actually got 2 emails from them this week, and I love it because so far they're starting with continuing my tradition of good things that come in threes, like bears, musketeers, and wines, reds, whites, and rosé.
And muscadines.
Here are 3 things from the good beard. Number 1, I'm dating myself, but some of the first and most popular of the apps of my time were Bear411 and Gay.com.
I remember Bear411, and I got so mad at that fucking website because I applied for it, because I think that's the one you had to, apply for, and they would never let me on. I just wanted to date bears, but I wasn't a bear at the time. Very upsetting. Anyways, back to what Derek was saying.
The, quote, connections, unquote, I made from those apps were legendary, and some of them were not even hookups. Number 2. I'm originally from South Carolina, and I can tell you that most southern grocery stores, Piggly Wiggly or Winn-Dixie, tend to have amazing deli sections that serve the best home cooking at crazy low prices. And number 3, after Jay's win of a game, the scene from Jurassic Park came to mind when they first see the Brontosaurus. He did it. The son of a bitch did it. Have a good week, Beardos.
Okay, Derek, you have to leave that as a voicemail so we can use it.
We need a sound clip.
The
And right now,
bite.
I'll be a perfect dinosaur. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you are basically a dinosaur, so.
That's true.
You're right. I'm pretty old.
I mean, you weigh as much as a brontosaurus.
Okay. Continuing on to his second email, you dirty bitch.
I'm literally like twice his size.
He said, okay, well.
I may have to stop if a sneeze coming on. I can feel one. But anyways, Email number 2. Continuing the rule of threes, as in Charlie's Angels, Blind Mice, and Stooges. 1.
Oh.
My favorite gift story was that I wanted a Rubik's Cube for Christmas. That year, my parents and I drove 9 hours to spend Christmas with my grandparents in South Carolina. They packed up all the presents, and we hopped in the car for a road trip. On Christmas morning, all the presents were open, but there was no Rubik's Cube for me. I was beyond disappointed, but I hid my feelings. I did get cash, so I assumed that I'd be able to buy one with the money, but was still disappointed. As we were driving home, a car passed us, and there was a Rubik's Cube in the rear window. That is when my mother asked, "Hey, why didn't I see you play with your Rubik's Cube at all on the trip?" That is when I confessed how sad I was that I didn't get one. My parents looked at each other in horror to remember that it was still in its hiding place back home, and never made it into the car with the rest of the presents.
Oh no!
So yeah. Number 2.
That's a great story.
That is a great
I know,
story.
that was pretty
At least
cute.
you got your Rubik's Cube.
I'm glad
That's
you still
really
got it for
exciting.
sure.
Yeah, yay.
Number 2. I love the thought of having beardos submit bingo squares for next year. Here are a few from me. Anthony bears all, within the limits of the censors, for the podcast. Oh, God,
You
Derek.
can do that.
Jay wins 3 consecutive games.
Oh,
Oof.
wow, that's much more impossible. I mean, the first one was completely doable.
Yeah, that one will... Shitting my pants is more likely. Joe storms off the set after his attempts to get the gang back on topic fails.
Ah, that would make sense.
I cut
He's
a lot
wanted
of
to
things
at
out,
least
Derek.
once.
And Beards and Sundries does a live podcast.
Sounds
We've
like so much
talked about
fun.
it.
We've talked about it numerous times.
I mean, we could do it live. We'd have to do it when we're like all together, though.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
would definitely have to be together for it. And finally, assuming work doesn't get in the way, I'm also planning on attending TBRU in 2024. Look forward to meeting 2 of the 3 beardos in person.
Oh my god,
Hey!
yes!
Yay!
Why did I not think of him being there? He's always at every event. There is
He's always
on
at
planet
every event.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You never know. I always forget that, like, since this is our first bear event, like, plenty of people will be there, and odds are, like, we're going to know people. I'm just excited to see all of my favorite people from classic Twitter there.
From
That's what I'm
classic
excited about.
Twitter.
classic Twitter.
You'd be like, oh my god, I've seen your penis. You've seen my penis? Thank you.
It's a different kind of handshake, Beardos.
It is. Anyways.
And that is the
Thank you,
last of
Derek.
my content.
Well, I've got one real quick. A little bit of feedback from Mom. She
Hi, Mom.
loved the dolls. She said, "We just saw those fabulous crocheted dolls. You guys are so lucky to have a dedicated friend like Toad." And I agree 100%.
I
are
love them
very
so
lucky for
much.
Toad.
That
It's in my
is
living room
really
displayed.
true.
You got it already?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I got it. Yeah, I got it Saturday, actually, this last Saturday.
I feel like I just sent it off on Friday. I didn't pay for overnight. Wow, that was quick.
Impressive.
Well, good. I thought you weren't going to have it until this coming Saturday.
I know, I was really shocked when this box showed up on my doorstep, and I was like, huh? What's this? I didn't plan for this, because I had 2 packages that I was looking for.
Did it still have the green and black plaid paper?
Oh, yeah.
I literally handed it to the guy wrapped in that. So I was like, I don't have a box. He was like, no problem.
And it also had the very
Wow, that's
nice
quick.
napkin in it. I forgot to message you guys about that. That was
Jay,
funny.
when you opened that box, what was inside with the doll?
Besides your wrapping tissue paper, there was also this beautiful customized napkin, paper napkin, just to clarify.
What?
With this beautiful,
What's this?
beautiful word written on it in ink that said "bitch!" exclamation point. And what's even funnier was it was like face down on the doll, so it looked like you were like putting chloroform on his face.
That wasn't even on purpose. I was so like paranoid that the guy at the UPS store was gonna like unwrap it to check that it was actually a stuffed animal. He would find that note that said "bitch" on it, and I was like, really prepared to have a really awkward conversation.
Look,
This
it's
is
for
our
my friend.
this
He's
is our
a
good friend, and we trash talk all the time.
bit- Does anybody have something to check out? Moving on.
I do. Because I was in New York and we went down to the Greenwich Village. See, I'm learning. We stopped at the bar, the Stonewall Inn, which I know everyone knows of what it, or the name, it seems like. But it means a lot because it was kind of the turning point of gay and lesbian life in America at the time, because in 1969, this bar was raided again, and instead of patrons responding with compliance like usual, the patrons and the crowd decided to fight back, and it turned into a 5-day riot that basically altered the life of gay rights in this nation. So it was really rewarding to go visit that with some good friends and witness a place of history. It's got a lot of information on the walls in it, and it's just this cute little bar inside. And the village itself, or Greenwich Village itself, is actually really cute. It was fun to walk around.
Cool.
Very nice.
Well, thanks, Jay. That was a good one.
Thank you.
But Anthony, I hear you have a game for us this week. Is it game time?
I think it is game time, and this is a game I'm calling Mad Libs Christmas Edition.
Yay!
And this is exactly what it sounds like, Beardos. We are going to do a round of Mad Libs. It is Christmas Edition, and I'm going to alternate between Jay and Joe to give me words. So let's start with Jay. Jay, give me an adjective.
Stinky.
Joe, give me a noun.
Rubber ducky.
Jay, give me a relative or a person.
Third cousin twice removed. Literally popped up on my 23andMe this week. You have new relatives. Third cousin twice removed. And I was like, what?
Joe, give me a noun.
Chocolate cake.
Jay, verb.
Crying.
Oh my god, you guys are so PG.
Oh, sorry. Do you want us to step it up?
I mean, do whatever you want. It's your game.
No, it's fine. You just bitched about it. We'll fix it.
Joe, noun.
Bowser dildo.
Oh, God. I'm really glad I did not have that sip in my lips yet.
Well then, Jay, noun.
Sex sling.
Okay.
For a cottage whore.
Yep. Joe, adjective.
Slippery.
Okay. Jay, adjective.
Moist.
Moist.
I thought about saying moist.
Well, you missed out.
Joe,
Yeah.
person.
You know what? Fuck it. Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks. Okay. Well, that's going to make this really fun. Jay, animal.
A naked mole rat.
Perfect. I love those. They're so cute.
I don't think they're going to be cute in this story.
Maybe not. Joe, location.
Daytona Beach, Florida.
Park bathroom.
Oh, wait. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, I didn't even spell Florida right. Ooh, doing so good. J, adjective.
Oh, man. Why are adjectives so hard when I... Hard!
Hard, okay, you got it.
Thanks, brain.
Man.
Joe, holiday.
Guy Fawkes Day.
Good one. J, adjective.
Voluptuous.
Ooh.
Wow.
I like how
That's
seductively I
nice.
said
So
that.
spicy.
Voluptuous.
Sick voice is fun for a little while.
Man, whenever I'm like getting over being sick and I can actually sing again, I have a gorgeous bass voice, and then it goes away after like 4 hours.
Anyways, Joe, noun.
Fudgesicle.
Okay. J, noun.
Fursicle.
God.
God, I
Joe.
hate you.
Noun.
Furby.
Oh my god.
The more you play with it, the more it learns.
Adjective.
Yeah.
Sexy.
There you go.
There we go.
Joe, noun.
Gumball machine.
Oh. I typed bum ball machine. Whoops.
The niche market.
Well,
Pretty big niche, though.
But so are we.
and then J, adjective.
Okay, I'm tired of adjectives.
Why? Descriptors are wonderful.
I know, and I like them, but whenever my brain doesn't like them, I don't like them. Anyways, how about cummy?
Cummy, that's a good one.
When?
When?
And then
Come.
Joe, last one, holiday.
Another one. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Festivus. Holiday. National Mac and Cheese Day.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready for this story. It's going to sound like a 3-year-old started it, and then all of a sudden a dirty, perverted 40-year-old jumped in.
Yeah, obviously. I also think this was like originally designed for children, so
Well, thank God we can ruin it.
Oh, that's even better.
Here's what you came up with. Dear Santa,
Oh, God.
I have been a very stinky rubber ducky this year. Always help my third cousin twice remove with the chores around the chocolate cake. It's my job to cry the Bowser dildo and take out the sex sling every day.
Let it air out.
Every day?
Every day. I really hope that I'm on the slippery list this year. I have done a lot of moist things. So I think that I deserve it. I even helped Girth Brooks feed their naked mole rat while they were on vacation in Daytona Beach, Florida.
I wanted my location to be Pound Town, by the way, if I got one.
I have a few hard Guy Fawkes Day wishes this year, and I would love to see a voluptuous new fudgesicle underneath the tree with my name on it. It would make me the happiest fursicle on the Furby. Oh, and if you could put a sexy gumball machine inside of my stocking, that would be cummy too. Merry National Mac and Cheese Day!
That would just be so cummy, you guys.
I think that should be a tradition on our show now. Describing it as cummy.
It was really good.
Oh my God,
Everything's
guys.
so
cummy.
cummy.
New
So
York was
cummy.
so cummy.
That's so
I would go
cummy,
back and
You guys,
do it again.
Chugi is out. Cummy is in.
You guys have to try Luxardo cherries. They are so cummy.
Oh, God, I hate it. Let's do it.
I get the Trader Joe's English breakfast tea, and it's super cummy.
It guarantees my spot on the slippery list for sure.
I can't wait to go shower because it's going to be real cummy for me tonight. I'm feeling better after 2 days.
He's just going to go beat off in the shower Beardos.
No, I'm
I'm
tired.
always feeling cummy after I visit Gag City.
Oh, my God. I mean, when you're in Daytona Beach, Florida, you do as Daytona Beach Floridians do.
You hang out the sex swing
And you
daily.
help Girth Brook with his naked mole rat.
And this isn't like a new sex swing. This is like an old one where the leather's really heavy. So it's like dragging it out of the closet every fucking day.
Anyways, Beardos, I think I hear the music coming back on. It is Christmas music. But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242. That would be very cummy of you.
And Beardos, it's time for Jay to smash some NyQuil and decongestants.
Amen.
So it's time for us to go. But if you would like to help us out, go and subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any additional sundries that we add to the market.
And don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave a review.
That would be
Those
cummy.
reviews are what get us... I was about to say that. Stop stealing my lines. Anyways, those reviews are what get us found by more people like you, cummy Beardos. And also, just each one of you telling a friend about the podcast would be cummy and also would double our growth.
I need you guys to go check out our cummy website. It is very cummy this season because I have every page with snow on it and it looks so cummy. Anyways, that's at beardsandsundries.com. And then make sure you follow us on our cummy socials, which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Please comment. I try and have the cummiest conversations with you guys. I love it. I could come all day with you. And we would love to hear from you. Email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com so we can read your cummy message next week.
So, from these 3 cummy bears at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to...
Come yourself. I mean, love yourself.
I mean, love your cummy self.
Love your cummy self. Come.
Because we already love cummy you.
Send us your cummy ideas for the 2024 bingo card.
Yes, give us all your cummy ideas.
Bye, you cummy Beardos.
Bye, Timmy. Happy cummy birthday.